Hello everyone and welcome to So Many Games So Little Time. My name is Joachim and welcome to the unboxing of the second wave of Dungeonology, which is a whooping 1 year and 10 months late. And it's going to be later for other people because, as you might know, I live in Hong Kong, so stuff that's made in China we tend to get pretty early compared to the rest of the world. Anyway, it's finally here. So let's take a look at it. There's a lot of stuff here to get out. So this here, I'm gonna just take it all out and then remove the plastic, the bubble wrap, and then this is a big box. And then I'll show you exactly. Oh my goodness! This is just a lot of boxes together, as you can see. Then I'll show you exactly what's inside. Okay. There's nothing else, this is just it, so I'm going to stop it here already. Be right back. Okay, so this was everything that was in the box. So we have the Rocca Civetta, we have Leonardo's Workshop, we have Rigor Mortis, Triple Threat, and Unruly Students. So we'll go from big to small, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so let's move these all out of the way. And then let's dig in with Rocca Civetta. Okay, so I removed the plastic or everything, and then this is the front. Now you can see some of them are already characters that we got in the first wave, like here, 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 and others as well. So let's look at the side. So you still see the name. 90 minutes, 14 plus 2 to 4 players. Sadly, the side isn't very special. It's just always the same, apparently. No special art. This is the back. Okay, so 7 scholars, 9 bosses, 4 student congregations, 2 familiars, 7 eggs, 7 tentacles, 11 zones, layer of Guidi, solitary mode, and campaign mode. Alright, especially interested in these two. Alright, I'm gonna take this out. Yep, no art inside, what was to be expected. Okay, so we have this, which is the rule book, I guess. They now put everything together because you can also see the advanced rules here. Okay. Alright. Yeah, you can see you also have the original people here. So it's the rulebook, everything consolidated with everything else, which is really good. Because I think we all know that the original rulebook needed some work. Alright. So I'm not going to put them next to each other and see where the differences are. One thing though, now that I think with some of the expansions now we have different colored students, which might be a problem for me because I already painted them in different colors. I might have to repaint some. Okay, so advanced rules here, so I guess these are the more the changes maybe, although some of these maximum alert, they're already there. The rulebook is definitely much bigger. Crossover, nice. Rocca Civetta, so that's the new one. Wow, it's a lot of stuff that we're going to be seeing here. New scholars and everything. Of course, new zones and familiars. Student congregations, Omega against all. Big boss. Solitary mode. Looking forward to giving that a try. Campaign mode, also looking forward to doing that. Overview of keeping score and track. Okay, so these are the different months. So I guess you're gonna have to play through a full year. And then here's some information and everything. Okay, so that's the rule book. Let's take a look at some other stuff. This is a tile, obviously. You're still supposed to punch out stuff, of course, because here's where the cubes go. And the art, as usual, really looks top notch. Alright, so here is an overlay, I imagine, for the campfire and everything. This one is very, very flimsy. The Night King. You can see it here. Yeah, you just put it on top of the previous one. Alright. Punch out board. So some stuff needs to be assembled. Yeah. Alright. This will look very nice. It's a card holder, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Oops. Another tiles already fell out. And then here we have the first batch of minis. So the minis I will do later, but here are the students. Now, it's been a while since I played, but I do think all these students have the same pose as the previous ones. Although I don't remember the D being so pronounced. Although I could be wrong. And they don't look, they do look different. I don't think they look different. They're all just different colors. Which for me personally, of course, would be amazing because that means I can just keep the blue ones I already have and don't have to make much changes. So, okay, so different kind of colors. Falling all over the place. And then we have these here. These are just small cubes. Nothing very special about this. They really are small though. Okay, and I'm going to try to do the miniatures now. I'm just going to zoom in really closely and move this out of the way. See if that works. So this is the first guy with the flute. Yeah, the minis are nice. Very detailed. Yeah. Nice. Now even the base. Cool. Let's go on to the next one. Now I painted everything in the original game. Looks like I'll have my work cut out for me in this one as well. We have this one. Really cool. The frog is awesome. Yeah. A lot of details. I have the first colored one. There's two colored ones in here in the base box. Yeah, just like a little cat, actually. Yeah. With a pointy tail. Next one. There we go. I believe this is your solo opponent. Yeah, all these miniatures, they look really sweet. Really nice. Yeah. This guy. Seems to be running a bit. The egg guy. Looking pretty awesome. Yeah. Yeah, with the golden egg. And this is the Night King. Yeah. Here's the next one. She has a scroll or a book she's reading. Looks like a scroll, yeah. Backpack. Another backpack on the floor, is it? No, it's more like an axe. Or fancy lady. There we go. This is cool. All the little boxes. Cages, actually. Oh, some light as well. Yeah, really nice. Another one. You can see all the miniatures are pretty much really well detailed. So here we see another light. A tomb. She's like a grave digger of some sorts. Has a shovel as well. So he's holding a nail, I guess, drinking into his victory or something. We're standing on a shield. And then we have the Yoda look-alike. There we go. Okay, and then we have a little bit of a problem because you can see, focusing on these are all loose. That's okay, right? Because they're supposed to be on here, I guess. But then the problem is getting these out is not simple. So I don't know. Maybe you're supposed to pull it up, push it up a little bit from the bottom, but even that is not easy. Like, yeah, it caused a little bit of a dent just to get this out. So I don't know what the solution would be for this, but the problem is that it's pretty stuck in there. So yeah, see, even if I guess you could put it like sideways, that way it's a bit easier. Just don't push it in. I think it'll still be able to cover that way. But anyway, yeah, so this is just an egg and cover underneath. And the last piece I haven't showed you yet are these ones. Which are basically the tentacles of the octopus monster, I guess, that we'll see later. This one, they all have a chest, so they're all the same. And I have to say, everything here is pretty snug, up to the point where, for example, if you want to get the cat, so it's a bit dangerous at times, because you see here the cat, if you want to get out, you really have to pull the actual miniatures because you can't reach the base. So be careful, or put the cat somewhere else, I would say, especially for people who have painted and are afraid they might scrape off the paint, which normally shouldn't happen, I think. But anyway, you know, it's a bit dangerous because you really have to pull quite a bit to get it loose. It makes me a little bit nervous. And there's no real different way to put it, because this goes on top and I'll push it down anyway. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. Maybe I'll just put it in some of the other openings, but you see it really clicks in. Of course, you could say it's a good thing, because that way they're nice and snug, but getting them out can also be taxing a little bit. Okay, so zoom out a little bit, get this tray out, put the plastic back on, and then it's time for the next one. Alright, so I'm going to zoom in again, and I'll do block per block. I'll do the cards. I'll do the minis first, so that's out of the way, and then we'll do the cards. That's out of the way. Makes it sound like it's like a bad thing, even though it's the most awesome thing of all. Alright, then we have this guy here, who looks absolutely awesome. He's heavy too, but just look at it, the details. Because the details actually could be better, because at the bottom here, it's kind of very, very smooth. Maybe it is just like that, you know, it's fine. I mean, as a painter, I don't mind. I'm not that good of a painter anyway, so the less details often is the better. But in general, like, for example, here, it's all very smooth, which, you know, is maybe just the design. That's fine by me. It doesn't really matter to me, but it might matter to other people. I like also the fact that he just has a bag. Like, he looks already pretty crazy. But he does have 4 arms, and he's holding here one of the scholars, one of the students, sorry. Yeah, interesting. Okay, so that's the first one. second one is here, which makes me think of Lady Death reading a book. Maybe it's not Lady Death, maybe it's just Death, but I don't know. Gives me a bit of a lady vibe. And I like these books because you can always just basically scribble what you want or even put a sticker on there if you want. Okay, and the final one, which probably is maybe the coolest one, I don't know, could be the frog dude as well. Final one is also a bit of a chore to get out. It's her. Look at her. Wow, and also pretty heavy with her ocean snake beast, whatever, I don't know the exact name for it. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, pretty crazy. Can't wait to paint all of these. Okay, there are a lot of cards with different backs, and we'll put the bigger stacks on the side. So we'll take a look at them separately. There we go. And these all seem a bit special, so let's look at these first. So we got Zainetto. So I guess this is one of the characters. Selling stuff. So this person, Yoka, has certain skills, I guess. Selling stuff, gadget found. And these two have to do with the monster. So this guy is actually the basilisk. He's a beast. And she is Andromeda's scholar, construct. And they do have certain things here that shows what it does. I'm just showing you mostly the art because I'm not going to go into detail what they all do. The manticore and the yoga. So the cat is actually a manticore. Okay. So I guess those are also beasts maybe that you can encounter. Who knows? All right. Then let's do these. These are the different types of scholars, if I'm not mistaken, that you can acquire if you have the certain cards. We have a surgeon now. We have a necromancer, a wikiantir, what is like a wiki. We have the fool. We have fire mage. We have the amateur. We have the porter. We have the brute, the other, and a springen. Okay. Then let's take a look at these. They have the golden border. Well, not border, but they have the golden back. And these seem to be some special students. So we have Iota, Phi, Zeta, and Lambda students. Okay, cool. And then we have these ones, which I think they're like wounds and everything, right? Yeah, it's bad stuff that can happen to you. Hypothermia, blisters, trembling, flu, haunted frog, cursed idol, distorted mind, and destroying ray. Yeah, okay. And then we have these, which are like spells that you can have, I think. I'm not sure. I don't remember this specifically. Athletics, social, speed, handicraft, metallurgy, artifacts, study group, luck, rare metals, rituals, caste, and spin doctors. Research cards. Okay, cool. So those items you can then research. Okay, now the bigger cards. And I should have also mentioned that the box now has also art on the side, the inside of the box, which actually would have been cooler on the outside, but I'll show it to you when the box is empty. So let me just put all these a bit separate. Okay, so we start with these. These are the solo cards, and you can see there's a lot of them. They also released this during the campaign, so you could try it at home. And I think I tried it once, and I think I liked it. That's what I remember, but it's been a while. So you can see all these cards. They always tell you what the villain that you chose is doing. So yeah, there's a lot of them, which is cool because the more is always better. And Tome of Secrets, Omega vs 2 versus 3, Omega versus 4. So yeah, the Omega guy. Okay. Then we have these, which are like the scenarios, I guess. Outside the dungeon, cooking time, rolling stone, egg hunt, and mind twists. Yeah. All right. Then we have the new explorers, the scientists, you know. So we have Sarah Loft, the explorer. Andromeda, well, I should show the other side as well. There you go. My Zinetto, you start again with the Zinetto card, okay. Andromeda, the Gynoid, so you can see here. Onomor, the Undertaker, yeah, see, I said Gravedigger, but Undertaker, okay. Kajarina, the Alchemist, there we go. Claudio, the Hunter. Yeah. Ingrid, the Valkyrie. Okay, and Enrico, the Archaeologist. Okay, and then we have the enemies. So, Hypnotist Capagrezza or Singer Capagrezza. We have a statue. It's not a boss profile. The rules listed here will come into play during the game where the boss is the Basilisk. So here, Basilisk. Zombie, same thing. Shadow Lord. The Witch Raganea. Mentalist Omega. Or Omega. Boss Omega. Demented Yukas. Enrico and Giovanni. Cursed Temple. Fredo. Winter is coming. Okay. Marco Niglio with his eggs. And egg hunting. And Mom Basilisk and the Brood. And Scylla, Goddess of the Sea. And then Caridi, Goddess of the Sea. Okay. So those are the bigger cards. Next up, we have the tiles. Can you see the tiles? Get rid of this. We have different versions. All these are blue. And this one has to do with the specific bosses or people. So I guess these two can go here as well. And then this guy. So let's look at the specific ones first. So this one is the Archaeologist, I guess. Yeah. This one, also the Archaeologist. Makes sense. Circus Tent is her. Well, at least it's a tent. No, not circus tent. Oh, Deep Well. Okay. And then this one, of course, with the eggs. You already know. It's the egg dude. Okay. As usual, these tiles are very good quality. And then these are just extra tiles to play, I imagine. I like the Illuminati signals now. So if you were wondering, of course you will need the base game to play this. Because I don't think these tiles are hardly enough to play a full game. Alright, and then we have one pack of cards left. Okay, so as usual, we will separate the stacks into different cards. Packs. Although these are all the same card back, of course, because they are the cards that you can get. Alright, so let's look at these first. We have Chronos Crown, which is an accessory. Psionic. Wow. I guess these are the items that are, yeah, okay, that are crossovers. And then here we have Petrifier for Black Rose Wars. And this one is for one of the other games. No. Actually, I'm only going to have Black Rose Wars, so this is the only useful card for me. The other two, yeah, too bad. Alright, so these are on the side already. Then we have these cards, which are basically cards that you can get throughout the game, your action cards and everything. So art-wise, there's not a lot to look at, except maybe here. No, these are all just spring-ins. Okay. Alright. I could go over all the names, but it's not really worth it. Yeah, so you just see a bunch of more cards to use. And then these, a little bit more interesting. So I have Shepherd of Frogs. We have the other fawns, Rasta fawns, Brood of Stone, Slaves of the Hypnorospus. Oh my goodness. Hypnorospus. Say that 10 times. Hypnorospus. Okay, whatever. Druids of Gaia. Spriggan Savages. Slaves of the Black Bully. Cult of the Hermits. Shadows of the Woods. Reserve of the Were-Rabbits. And Northern Brothers. It's cool there's a lot of variety now. You know, there was already variety, but now it's even more. So, alright. I think that is all for the core box. Let me just zoom out a little bit and put the core box here and see if there's anything beneath it. You never know. No surprises, but I can show you the art now. You can see the art here is really nice. Like, I really feel they should have put that on the other side of the box, on the outside, instead of on the inside, because it would have made it look much better, much more appealing. But that's just my opinion. So I'm going to put everything back in here. I'm going to open the other expansions. Also, there will be a reboxing as well. So it's possible that the other stuff can get in here. I'm not sure. I have to wait and see. Okay, so next up is Leonardo's workshop. And surprisingly, this one does have art on the side. Although you can't really see it here, but the art basically bleeds over the edge. There's nothing here, and here it also bleeds over. And on the back of the box, you see this, what it all contains. Okay, so let's take a look, shall we? I guess there will be no art on the inside. No, there isn't. Okay, let's take a look at the rule book for Leonardo's workshop. Alright, so Da Vinci, clan cards, Tancredi and Otto. What already strikes me is in the initial version of Dungeonology, the first wave, you had tons of cards with all the different languages. Now they've done a better job and they have actually reduced it. It's just the language you've chosen, which is awesome. Okay, team versus. Okay. Alright, so this one has a team mode. Yeah. Okay. This, some punch outs. Alright. Put this away. This is stuck. And then I'll move the box to the side and then I'll zoom in a little bit. First of all, we have the mech students. If a scholar enters your current zone, he must sacrifice one of his students if he owns any. So this was just separately packed. So maybe this was some kind of stretch goal. So first of all, we have the new explorer or scholar, I guess. Tancredi. Okay. Tancredi. So then we have some player aids for the zone effects. It's double-sided, of course. Then we have the explosive Mechalisa, the jammed Mechalisa, researcher Leonardo, Maestro Leonardo, pilot Leonardo, the roaring Mechalisa. I don't know, but I just think this is hilarious. Leonardo's notes, his face is just always like, huh? And Mechalisa's hold. Okay, and then we have 3 more. The scenarios: Turbo Mechalisa, Self-Destruct, and Earthquake. Alright, so those are those cards. So, a lot of backs. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit for this. So we have the silver ones. Well, not silver. Gold, green, silver, These might be more specific. Oh, they're just okay. Let's just check it one by one. They seem to be parts of his workshop, and they are double-sided, but it seems like both sides are the exact same. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So then we have the basic ones. Let's take a look at those first. There we go. And of course, it is Leonardo's workshop, so it all looks pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. And the silver ones, the level 2s. Massive head. Yeah, I like it. I like the art style and everything on this. And then the golden ones, which of course are where he does all his work. I mean, all the plans are. The Mona Lisa. His bedroom. Okay then. Okay. So those are the tiles. Okay, according to the backs again, these go here. These go here, and this one's a little bit special because this one is Otto, which is probably the assistant or something. So, or an assistant. We have these here, which are the possible enemies. So architecture, painting, music, engineering, anatomy, codes, botany, hydraulics. Well, enemies, the ones that you're trying to research. And these are the cards as usual, so I'm not going to really go through it. I mean, I like the names though. Pull a lever, push a button, golden buzzer, whatever. So let's see what happens, I guess. Press all buttons. So, and even build a student. There you go. Okay. Okay, then arguably the most interesting thing is left, and that is the minis. Is the man himself and one of his crazy contraptions, I think you could say, flying around on his self-made helicopter. And this is a very cool miniature, but as usual, it is a pain to get out. Like, I'm really scared. I don't want to force it. Oh my goodness. Like, okay, I'm just going to show you. It's in here, right? But it's really, really wedged tight in there. Okay. Okay, that looked a lot easier than it was when I was trying it. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to keep that insert because everything is tight, but really, really tight. Okay, so the Mona Lisa in all her glory. Well, you know what I mean with that. As in, it's not really the Mona Lisa, but it's a construction. And then we have the new scholar that we saw before. All right. If there's some background noise, my wife is cooking something, well, baking something, I think. So I'm not going to complain because it's always really, really good. Then we also have these things here. I guess this is looks like Otto, but I guess you can put him in. I think I wouldn't be surprised if it goes like this, that he takes up a spot, because it does fit and does have this end. Like, I didn't check the rules. I don't know if that's true, but it looks feasible. Okay, that seems to be the end of this expansion. I'm going to take out the insert to see if there's anything in there. No, there's nothing in there. Okay, and then we're going to move on to Rigor Mortis. Okay, so here we have Rigor Mortis. It's not worth it to show the sides because nothing special there, but I will show you the back. Here we go. So once again, the art looks really nice. The minis look to be cool as well. And this is all the stuff that's in here, a bunch of tiles. All right, so let's open it up and see what's inside. Nothing here? No. Okay, so here we have this. And I like, it says Rigor Mortis here, but here it actually said Genio del Male. Immediately, some different songs came into my head that has nothing to do with it now. I think it's Gente di Mare, but anyway, some of the Italian songs from way back. Anyway, here we go. Here's the rule book. New material and rules. The Crag Morta zones. Universal information. Cubes. Panic cards, boss cards, scholar cards. Sorcery cards, minion zone effects. Now, of course, you could say that this would have been really nice if this had all been in one rulebook. I would totally agree. All right, and the Crag Morta zone. Yeah, panic cards, archive, endgame. Okay, so that's that. And let's see what else is in here. The punch board has decided, since it's been so long, it has started to punch out itself. It couldn't wait any longer. So I guess these are some kind of portals. They do look like portals. So let me see it. Oh, there you go. All right, throw this away. And then these are just more white cubes, nothing special there. Let's take a look at the cards. Okay, so we have Matita, the scribe. There we go. Fluffy, the puppy. Okay. So does it mean that you can actually play with Fluffy, the puppy? That's awesome. Lexay, the thief. Yeah. And then this is a player aid, I imagine. Actions of the minions. Oh, these are all minions then. Or what? Yeah, these are minions. Okay, cool. Zrugbok, the treasure hunter. Okay. All right. And more player aids for the zone effects and for the minions anyway. And then we have Rigor Mortis, the Dark Lord. And also just Rigor Mortis. And then other scenarios. Come back to me. Final raid. And I, Dark Lord. Okay. Then we have these cards. So there's only 3 of these. And it is Red-Eyed Goblins, Black Goblins, and Goblin Jesters. Okay. Then let's take a look at the tiles. So they're all just golden. Well, not golden. They're all just a special sign. So there we go. I like the skulls a lot, so it must be really different when you play this. Okay, those were the tiles. And these can go. And let's take a look at these cards. Okay, so these are all Dark Lord cards, I imagine. So all these things that you can do when you're the Dark Lord, I imagine. Okay. So those are those cards. And then let's take a look at the minis. I will move this to the side and then zoom in. Okay, so first of all, the Dark Lord himself. Looking pretty cool with his scepter. Okay. We have the goblin that we saw before. Forgotten his name already. But as usual, a lot of details for such a small miniature. Well, they're not small, but just a lot of details in general. Also on the base, as you can see. Yeah. This is the scholar. Massive, massive chin. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. I only wish I was good at painting eyes. And then everyone's favorite, I imagine, once it's painted, as Fluffy, who has super demonic eyes. But it is a cool character though. And it has like 2 feet. You can see it, right? It has 2 feet. It looks really cool. Alright. And finally, we have this one. It's a girl. She's looking pretty scared. With books around her and everything. Okay. So that is the end of Rigor Mortis. I'm going to see if there's any at the bottom, but I'm sure there won't be. Nope. Alright, I'm going to close this up, and then we have 2 more to go. Okay, so next up is Triple Threats. Art-wise, on the side, you do have this. So this time they did decide to put some art on it. And this is the back of the box. Okay. So let's open it and see what's inside. So let's take a look at the cards first, and then we'll look at the miniatures in detail. Alright, so we have Sprigazord, we have Brain, we have Pinky, so you can have Pinky and the Brain, Spriggy, we have Sprigazord again. Oh, this is okay. Just like I said before, this is all the different languages. Okay, well I can just use this for some prototype stuff. Alright, so this will be leaving. Alright, and then we have the miniatures, for which I shall make sure there's nothing else in the picture. Alright, so we have him. He's super long and then just has like these little feet. So I guess there's gonna maybe it's just 2 people in a long coat, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't be surprised. Because isn't this a chin? I don't know. That looks very special. There's also like a half moon, like we've seen before. There you go. And finally, you've got the boxer, who looks absolutely awesome. If you ask me, also half moon. Yeah, cool. That was very small. It was very short. There's one more. It is the Unruly Students. Alright, so art-wise, you can see here what's in there. And then the language. So can be sure that we're going to have a bunch of cards in there in different languages that can be tossed or used for something else. Okay, so we have the students in different colors, but they are all the same. They're all the same design. Just different colors. So when you're painting them, it really doesn't matter which ones you're painting. Just paint 3 pink, 3 whites, 3 brown, and so on. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so these are the cards that are in there. Okay, these are all not in my language. So just gonna fast forward to English, so these can all go. Alright, so we have Gamma, Delta, Sigma, and Theta. So 4 new student congregations. So these are the rules. And then we have the 2 of the basic, well no, the basic people who became bosses. Vincenzo, Boss Delta, Valerio. And then we also have Rebecca and Sophia. So all those suddenly become bosses as well. Okay, interesting. Let's take a look at the final cards. Okay, so here are the other cards that are in here. The Gamma, the Theta, Sigma, and Delta. So this is all in English. I'll keep these. And these are all in different languages. I don't keep these. All right. That was it. So this was the unboxing, but I'm now immediately going to do a reboxing. I'm going to try and figure it out if I can get everything in the main box or not, what works, what doesn't work, and I'll get back to you in a bit, okay? Okay, so thank you very much for watching this unboxing. I actually got everything back in this main box. Everything. So this is all empty. This is all gone. Everything was able to fit in the main box. And if you want to know how exactly, then just check out the video that I'll put it in the description, the link. And yeah, just one caveat though. If you really want to sleeve your cards, yeah, that's not going to happen, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe it will. Maybe it can. Maybe it can be done. Yeah, leave it up to you guys to decide. All right. My name is Joachim. I always will be. There's just so many games all the time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.